Hey guys, and we are here for a little bit of Skull Bingo. We're super excited to be here with you guys as we'll be streaming the next 23 games of Skull Bingo with you guys live. Should be a lot of fun as we'll be playing with you guys all the way till 6 p.m. Streaming these games to the Pilot TVs, Player Connect app, pilotgames.com/PilotTV, YouTube Live, as well as the Twitch app. Our channel name is MegaSota on both YouTube Live and Twitch.
Absolutely. Shoot us out a message if you're watching us on one of those great streaming platforms. We'd love to shoot you out a little bit of extra luck to take with you into your bingo playing day. And if you find yourself at one of those locations watching us on a live Pilot TV, we would love to shoot out those locations a little highlight because they have those great brand new Pilot TVs, including locations like J&H Liquors, Neeson's Gaylord, Hatterdale Municipal Liquor Store, the Dirty Blonde Bar and Grill, Eagles Albert Lay, EJ's Bar and Grill Gaylord, Jersey's Bar and Grill, and even the Hatchet House of Bemidji as those latest locations to get those Pilot TVs. Go check them out and watch us live.
Absolutely, it's a lot of fun getting all those Pilot TVs out installed, and definitely a great time. Some of my favorite locations are whenever I see we get installed at a bowling alley, as I want to go to a bowling alley sometime soon. As I had the goal of becoming good at bowling. I went a few times and got practicing on like throwing with a spin on the bowling ball, and I haven't really practiced since, as I just had started to get the hang of it.
Yes, absolutely. We do have Brother Nate over at the Chart House getting to take away that Musco Line prize. Nicely done. $12 going out to you. But yes, we recently just had our friends up and we were going to go bowling, but unfortunately they did not come out earlier in the day, and so that plan didn't come to fruition.
Yeah, no bowling happened that day, but I want to go bowling sometime soon. That just seems like a great time to me,
Oh, I
as
couldn't agree more.
I really enjoy bowling. I think it's a fun pastime, especially
I
in the
agree.
winter months when you because
Less to do.
it's inside. It's a activity that you can actually do that's inside, and there's not a ton of those.
Absolutely.
So definitely great stuff. Always love it whenever I see a bowling alley get a location, get a Pilot TV. But I'm always excited whenever any location gets a Pilot TV, as then we get to show off those nice wins to the players playing at that location live as they do it. But as we are working on these jackpots right here, we only have 3 more balls to try and give out this $4,000 large frame jackpot. We'll see if Love Mo can make it happen. It doesn't look like it's going to be happening for them as we move on past it to a $19 Musco large frame.
Absolutely, and as we are working towards these great prizes, we're going to continue talking about all the great stuff that you guys can know about what's going on with Pilot Games. In just a couple days, we have a brand new eTab game that's going to be hitting the iPads for you guys to go check out. It's going to be called Hot Zone. It's going to be bringing in a seal card excitement and a whole lot of fun. You can even sign your initials on your wins and see who's claiming the big prizes.
Oh, absolutely. We always love a new eTab game. We do have Viddy over at the Municipal Liquor Store Akeley, taking home $19. Good job to Viddy on that large frame, as now we work on a Musco coverall prize of $29. We'll see who ends up taking this one home. We have given out 16 jackpots over the last 7 days, 110 jackpots over this season 14. It's been a really fun season. We didn't actually give out a single jackpot yesterday, so we are hopefully changing that today. We do have a winner here.
That's right, Candy over at American Legion Kaysen, TC Bear at Flamers, Jake at Eagles Albert Lay, as well as Chad at Rollies. They all get to split up $29 on that Musco coverall prize. Nicely done to all of our winners in this first round of Skull Bingo. Make sure you guys continue to get enrolled. We have all 3 prizes continuing to grow into this next round.
Yeah, it should be a blast as we keep on getting into this. But like I was saying, we didn't give out a single jackpot yesterday, and so we built up quite a few jackpots throughout yesterday to give out some nice prizes today. So hopefully we can give out multiple throughout today. Let's check out what our jackpot total is looking like for today, as hoping that we might have gotten one jackpot, but it looks like we are still at 0 jackpots for the past 2 days. That means we are still trying to give out our first one of today, and we have a good shot on this line prize that's over $600.
Absolutely. To count towards our rolling total of jackpots, you just need to take home a great jackpot over that $600 amount. We've got a lot of cash on the line in the Skull Bingo game, so hopefully we can give out a few of those jackpots as we play over the next 2 hours. If you guys do get to take home one of those prizes, check in tomorrow, and that way you'll be able to see us highlight you guys in our jackpot list.
Oh, absolutely. If you send in a player picture of that jackpot, you could even see you get highlighted on our Facebook page. So send in that player picture. You can actually send it in on that Facebook page. Give it a like and follow so you don't miss out when we show off that player picture. But you'll also be able to see weekly bingo schedules, event details, reminders, big progressives, player pictures, and so much more. You can also click the website link at the top of that very Facebook page, as you could find links to bar locations, our social media, and even more there as well. Some of the best posts come from that Facebook. One of the best ones was that newest post that just got put out there of that payday and Hot Zone highlight. We already talked about Hot Zone being the new E-Tab game that is coming to your guys' iPads. But there's also a new E-Tab game, live bingo game that's
Yeah,
coming to
that's
you
right.
guys this Wednesday at 6 p.m.
That's right, it's Pilot Payday. It's going to be a lot of fun. Play Pilot Play Payday with a guaranteed jackpot up to $1,500. Oh my goodness,
$2,500.
yeah, $2,500. It's going to be one game played every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday at 6 p.m. with a guaranteed winner of that $2,500.
Should be an absolute blast. We are so excited to play that. We do have a winner in the second game of Skull Bingo. Not the jackpot prize quite yet, but no show. Over at McPete's Sports Bar and Grill is taking home $12. Good job, no show, as we now work on the $4,000 large frame. But
Yeah,
super excited about Pilot Payday. I think that's going to be a
absolutely.
very, very fun one. Should be right after you play that Skull Bingo that we normally play right now, as you guys will actually have a nice little enrolling screen tomorrow to get lots of time to get into that game and have a lot of fun. Me and Jordy will not be there for the first time you play this, but on Thursday, then we'll be able to have a lot of fun trying to give out a lot of prizes in that game.
Absolutely. Make sure you guys are checking out that new game, Pilot Payday. That first time you guys can see it is going to be tomorrow at 6 p.m., but it will be played each and every week Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.
Oh yeah, and you can stay up to date with all that gaming action, whether it's a new game or you just want to know more about those great new games we just talked about. Check out our Facebook page. If you just want to know our live bingo schedule, though, me and Jordy can go over that with you guys right now. But we'll have to wait till after we announce these great winners.
That's right, as JWR over at Clive's Roadhouse, Burnsville, gets to take away $20 on that Must Go large frame. Nicely done to JWR, but I'm going to let you take away what everybody can expect when they get their day started off in their great playing bingo.
Yeah, we're going to get tomorrow started off with a little 12 to 1 game day bingo as you'll go after that mega, major, and minor prize, whatever you guys leave them off at 10 p.m. tonight. Then you'll get a chance at that lucky 4 bingo prize at 1 p.m. Some game day bingo, then running from 1 all the way till 4 p.m. That leads you into some lucky 4 at 4 p.m. But before we get into more of that live bingo, we got more winners.
That's right, TC Bear at Flamers as well as Randy both get to split up $30 on that Musco coverall prize. Nicely done to all of our winners in this next round of Skull Bingo. Make sure you guys continue to get enrolled in our next one as all three of these great jackpots just continue to grow.
Absolutely. But back to those great bingo schedules, as that Skull Bingo that I was just talking about, the bingo you're playing right now, runs from 4 all the way till 6 every single day. Me and Jordy, we always have a lot of fun playing these games as we play Skull Bingo from 4 to 6 every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. It's a blast as we try and give out a line prize in 10 balls or less, a large frame at 43 balls or less, and a coverall at 50 balls or less. We'll be ending off our gameplay with a Lucky 4 bingo at 6 p.m., but we will replace that Lucky 4 bingo tomorrow with that game of Pilot Payday, which is super exciting. So, 6 p.m. Lucky 4 bingo tonight. pilot payday tomorrow. So make sure you keep in mind the shakeup for tomorrow's bingo.
Absolutely. It is going to be a lot of fun, and you do not want to miss out. So make sure you guys are checking it out each and every day, really, but tomorrow especially with that pilot paydays making its debut. Now, you guys will be able to play from 6 to 10, getting a lot of game day bingo under your belt as well, usually as it is uninterrupted most days. But as today is a Tuesday and tomorrow is going to be a Wednesday, there will be some interruptions that you guys should expect. Tonight, as well as each and every Tuesday at 6:40, interrupting that game day bingo, we've got a great MegaSota game night, and that is our first PGL night of the week for you guys. It's the only night that Tony and Nikki come back on, take over the show, and give out those great jackpots and PGL points along the way. You guys better stick around because they got a jackpot jungle grand finale game tonight. It's a $1 card, and if you guys are able to play your cards right, you're going to be able to take home over $5,700 on that great prize, as you can take that home in 54 balls or less. Now, there is another special night that you guys can keep your eyes out for, because each and every Wednesday at 7 p.m. at night, Ian and I take on over the Ice Studio and have a great Wild Wednesday. We have our own jackpots and PGO points to hand out to all of you lucky players, so make sure you guys do not miss out tonight at 6:40 or tomorrow at 7 for either of the PGL action we have to go through.
Oh, absolutely. It's definitely a great time. We always are super excited to announce new bingo and the bingo that we play every day, as we're always having a blast. I mean, like I said, 110 jackpots already in this season 14. We do have a winner here, as we have Manga over at Bicky's
Old World Pub.
Old World Pub, thank you. Over taking home $16 over in Rochester. Good job, as we now work on a $4,285 large frame jackpot, 43 balls or less.
Absolutely. That's some great stuff. And as you guys are working towards these other great prizes, we actually have some great national days that we can jump into with you guys. And our first one is National Surgical Oncologist Day. National Surgical Oncologist Day recognizes the accomplishments of every life-saving surgeon who specializes in abolishing cancer.
Oh, absolutely. That's a huge thing, as we want to highlight those people fighting against cancer, as it's definitely a worthy fight to go up against. That's for sure.
Yeah, if you guys didn't know, surgical oncologists are the direct surgeons that treat cancer by the use of surgery that often is including the removal of any masses or tumors that may have presented in the body during sickness.
That's definitely very, very important.
Absolutely. I have had my family work hand in hand with a surgical oncologist, as I've have had somebody in my family struggle with breast cancer at one point in their life. And due to the great work that he did during their surgery, she was able to be considered cancer free and has been since. So they do amazing stuff each and every day, and that's some great
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, definitely. What are the characteristics of a surgical oncologist? Well, if you're wondering that, I'll tell you after we talk about our winner, as TC Bear over at Flamers, Chad over at Rollies, and Chubb over at Bayside are all splitting up $26 on that large frame, as we also have a $40 Musco coverall going out to Marco over at Moe's in Mounds View. Good job to all of our winners in this game number 3 of Skull Bingo. We'll now be getting enrolled into a game number 4, with that line, large frame, and coverall jackpot just continuing to get larger.
Absolutely. As you guys get enrolled in a game number 4, we were talking about surgical oncologists, though, and all the great things that they do.
Oh yeah, but I
Ooh.
was talking about the characteristics of a surgical oncologist.
Yes.
It is an excellent surgeon who can safely manage cancer patients through complex operations, and have the judgment to know what operations to select, and know how to integrate surgical treatments as part of a treatment.
Absolutely. If you guys didn't know, it takes about 5 years to complete the MBBS course that you would take to get your master's, or you can even go on further into schooling and become a oncologist specialist.
Oh yeah, that's very, very cool stuff.
Hmm.
Definitely a very, very important one. And happy Surgical Oncologist Day. We'd like to highlight all of the surgical oncologists on today. If we have anybody who works as a surgical oncologist and is playing pilot games right now, we shoot out a bunch of luck to you on your bingo playing day. Maybe you could take home the $21,000 coverall prize. You just got to have that luck, make it so you can win it in 50 balls or less. Should be a blast. But as you guys have a blast in this upcoming game, we're going to hop into our next national day, National Bow Day. On August 22nd, National Bow Day, guarantees your taste buds with a shouting wow. Why? Because ancient Chinese gastronomic delicacies often ooh and ah on food holidays.
Absolutely, that's some great stuff. I'm a big fan of the bao bun. If you guys didn't know, it is a super soft dough that is typically stuffed with either a barbecued meat, it can be vegetables, and it's steamed, and it is super, super tasty.
It absolutely is flour, yeast, sugar, baking powder, milk, and oil. It is a tad sweeter than its closely related cousin, the dumpling. It is
Hmm.
a type of filled bun or bread-like dumpling that originates from Chinese cuisine.
Absolutely, I am a big, big fan of it.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Bao are said to have been originated in China during the 3rd century by a military strategist, and they were first named Mantu, but over time they began to be referred to as Baozi and then eventually Bao.
Ah, we do have CPT over at the Lookout Bar and Grill taking home 19 bucks on the Musco line prize. Still not able to give out that line prize jackpot in this game. Now working on a $4,000 large frame jackpot as we work through this game number 4. But did you know that bao buns are generally considered healthy?
Hmm.
Made of whole wheat flour and typically contained healthy fillings such as lean meat and fresh vegetables.
Yum.
Hmm.
Absolutely, that's a great stuff. What I think you have you ever had bao buns?
I am not sure, but it sounds like something I could get. I could definitely enjoy.
I think you would absolutely love it, especially the ones that I've had in my life. Because typically I've had ones that are filled with like barbecue sauce and meat.
See, that sounds delicious. Like a southern barbecue bao bun
Mhm.
sounds delicious to me.
But they're like Korean pork belly.
Oh yeah, I could go with that too. I mean,
Oh,
I really
I'm sure.
stuff anything into
Yeah.
it, and a little barbecue sauce type style thing, and
Mhm.
I'm happy no matter what kind.
Oh, it's pretty tasty no matter what.
Yeah, it seems like it's a pretty good food. No matter what you stuff into it, it definitely seems tasty. So check out some bow on today. That's for
Yes.
sure. We are working on the final little bits of this game right here. $30 on the large frame, $46 on the coverall. And that Musco large frame is going out to Dave Dale over at Miniger Sports Hub. Good job to the duo of Dave and Dale. Or maybe that's a first and last name, but sorry you have two first names as your first and last name. Good job, Dave Dale. As we now have Too Tall over at Harbor Bar and Restaurant taking home $46 on that Musco coverall. Good job to Too Tall. How tall is too tall?
I don't think you can ever be too tall.
You can never be too tall.
Mm-mm.
Not even if you're like. I feel like once you start like hitting your head on like standard door frames,
Then
that's
you're too
then
tall.
you're too tall. Like that just sucks. Like I would, in my personal opinion, I would rather not be that tall. Anything under that though, totally would take.
Yeah.
But if I start like randomly hitting my head on door frames all the time, then like and I have to always like
Yeah.
shift my head to the side, then that's a little too tall for my taste.
Fair
In
enough.
like I get a little fairy godmother that grants me wishes on how tall I get to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm choosing somewhere before I start hitting door frames.
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe that's too tall. But good job, too tall, taking home a nice win there. We got 1 minute to get enrolled into this game number 5 of Skull Bingo. As you guys continue to get enrolled, we just talked about National Bow Day. Enjoy a little bow bun on today. It's definitely a tasty one to check out.
Absolutely. Earlier today, we talked a little bit about the Disney movie Bao, actually, as a Chinese mother struggles with her son coming of age and growing up and moving out, as she gets a little second chance at motherhood as her Bao bun comes to life. So maybe check out that cute Pixar short on today if actually eating the Bao isn't up your alley. But we have some great national days we can jump into next, as you guys have just about 20 seconds to get enrolled in a game number 5, as we have National Tooth Fairy Day. Wiggle a loose tooth, and maybe the Tooth Fairy will collect it on August 22nd during National Tooth Fairy Day. Since the day is celebrated twice a year, we can actually recognize the Tooth Fairy again on February 28th.
Well, the Tooth Fairy is a great little, you know, one of
Fable
those,
tale.
yeah, fable tales, super fun stuff, and it's was great. I know that you had a fun experience with it in particular, as you had
Oh,
a
yeah.
little pillow pouch that you would stick
My tooth in.
your tooth into, just to make it. You didn't realize that was just to make your parents' life easier on
Mm-hmm.
finding the tooth, but it worked out in their favor, and you got a little special little pillow
Mm-hmm.
for your teeth, and
I always got like $5 when I lost a tooth.
that's awesome. Go your parents. But also then you got to get notes from the Tooth Fairy, which your
Yeah.
mom then Oh, we got $1,052 going out. We'll continue to talk about the Tooth Fairy after we talk about this amazing winner. We got Do Bop over at Jimmy's Food and Drink, taking home $1,052. Good job, Do Bop, and this game of Skull Bingo.
Absolutely. Our first jackpot winner in over about 20 or 48 hours now, so that is awesome to see. We've been itching to give out a great jackpot prize, and we're happy to see Do Bob get to take that home. We have $4,471 on that large frame and over $21,000 on the coverall jackpot. We'll have to see if we're able to give more prizes out.
Do Bop.
I know that's what kind.
Shoo-doo,
Yeah,
do,
that went in my
do,
head as
bop.
well.
What is that? I don't even know what song that is. I feel like it's in Jackson 5 song though. That's what it
Yeah.
seems like. But good job, Doobop, getting that nice win. But back to the Tooth Fairy. Well, your mom used to write you notes from the Tooth Fairy, and she would actually change her handwriting so that you could so that you would hide it away, and they wouldn't even realize it.
Yes, she did. Yeah, I used to write the Tooth Fairy notes, and she just went out of her way. Yeah. Some great stuff. You
Thanks.
told
Yeah.
the whole story for me.
I thought there would be more to
No,
it.
that's all there was, and you let them know.
You could, yeah.
Yeah, I plan on, if my kids end up writing notes for the Tooth Fairy, I'll definitely do that in return. I'm not gonna dwindle their imagination.
Absolutely.
I'll feed into it.
Yeah, we
Like,
do.
you won't believe it. I saw a little tinker thing fly through the window.
We got CK.
It's chicken dinner.
Chicken dinner over at the Muddy Cow Coon Rapids, taking home
Winner.
Yeah, winner, chicken dinner, taking home $38 on that one. Good job, chicken dinner, in this great game of Skull Bingo. Now working on the $57 coverall.
Absolutely, as we have Mad Mike over at the Lucky Lure getting to take away that Great Musco prize, $57. Nicely done to Mad Mike and all of our winners in this round number 5. One more shout out to Do Bob getting to take home that first jackpot of the day, $1,053 going out to you. Nicely done.
Yeah, good job as we now get enrolled into a game number 6 of Skull Bingo. As you guys get enrolled, we'll be talking a little bit more about the Tooth Fairy, as she was not always a fairy in a pretty dress. Worldwide, the Tooth Fairy varies in appearance. Where the U.S., we usually picture her as a dainty girl in a gently flutters into under the pillow. In places like France, Belgium, and many Spanish-speaking countries, the Tooth Fairy is a friendly furry mouse.
Really?
Yes.
That reminds me of Despero.
Ah, yes, good one.
Yeah. She's actually 109 years old. The first mention of the fairy or the tooth fairy was actually in the Chicago Daily Tribune in 1908.
Oh.
Interesting place of her origin, not where I would have expected it.
Well, she's adjusted her rate over the years. Back in 2004, the going rate for a tooth was about $1.78. Nowadays, a tooth is worth up to an average of $4.66.
Inflation.
Inflation, my guy. That is insane. $4. People, they're getting on. I mean, you were talking about, and I was like,
That was
wow.
before my time.
I was like, wow, you made $5 a tooth. That's
Yeah, if it was a
impressive.
molar, I remember I got a big molar and I got a $20 bill one time.
You got bigger for different teeth.
Yeah.
That's cool stuff right there. See, I don't remember what my pay rate was, but it definitely wasn't that
You also
good.
had a lot more siblings than I did, and I had grandparents that spoiled me.
Yeah, that's very true.
I had
as
like
well.
a hand-stitched pillow that was like, "Tooth fairy, come here."
That's so funny. Yeah, no, I did not have that, but I did get, under my pillow. But I don't remember what it was. But $5 just still does seem like a lot. That's awesome though for the kids nowadays.
Absolutely.
Her rate of her rates even fluctuate with the market. Dental industry company Delta Dental has been researching the tooth fairy for years. They
Really?
found a correlation between the stock market and how much cash she was handing out.
Oh, I wonder why.
Who knew the tooth fairy followed the S&P 500 so closely?
Well, that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, I wonder why.
I wonder why.
We got $11 going out to Bobo over at the Quarter Bar Goodhue. Good job to Bobo as we now work on a $4,000 large frame.
There's actually a museum located in the split-level home of Deerfield, Illinois. The Tooth Fairy Museum actually showcases art, books, dolls, and other Tooth Fairy memorabilia.
Oh yeah, she collects a lot of teeth. Approximately 300,000 teeth of the children every night.
That's very, very weird to think about.
Yeah, that is very weird to think about. But those kids are, a lot of them are getting paid. I guess $5. I guess nowadays.
What do you think she does with all these teeth? Well, it's believed that the Tooth Fairy actually uses these teeth to help build the fairy community where she lives. Other times, she'll make jewelry for herself or her friends. Yeah, I always thought that the Tooth Fairy made like a necklace out of teeth or something creepy like that.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know what she did with them.
Yeah. I remember at some points I thought she just had like a little pouch that jingled around, and then other times I remember I don't know what got painted in my head that scared me, but she at one point turned a little darker and wore teeth as jewelry, and she got a little bit scarier.
Yeah, in my head, I kind of just pictured a fairy that was really obsessed with teeth. That was just like I really
Yeah.
in no way like wanted to wear the teeth, didn't need to put it on display, just really wanted everyone's teeth.
Yeah.
But we do have a winner here as we got Big Red over at American Legion Eagle Lake taking home $18 on the Musco large frame. Now working on the Musco coverall of $27. Let's see who can take this one home as we already got Linny, Tammy, DLD, Hippie, and more getting after it.
Absolutely. But we were talking about the Tooth Fairy. But before we jump back into all the greatness that is the Tooth Fairy, we have CNS over at the Handlebar getting to take away $27. Nicely done to our winners here in this round number 6. Make sure you guys continue to get enrolled in round number 7 now with those great prizes continuing to grow. You definitely do not want to miss out.
Absolutely. Back to Tooth Fairy Biz. How she sneaks under the pillow is still a mystery. The Tooth Fairy is really great at her job. So good that we never even know she's been there. Yeah, the Tooth Fairy is very impressive.
Sneaky lady.
Yeah, it was one of those things that was one of the things that very much threw me off as I was like, there's no way as I would have felt my parents put this, like, get under my pillow. And so as like a, very young child, I was so confused by it. I was like, how? And then I found out the tooth fairy was real, and that, changed my whole perspective on it.
Mhm.
She visits every child around 20 times. Children have 20 baby teeth that will fall out over the span of a few years. As long as each tooth is left under the pillow, the tooth fairy will find it.
Yeah, you ended up having like what, 4 teeth in one night?
Yeah, it was a ridiculous amount of teeth. No, it wasn't four. It was 3 teeth in one night. Um,
4 teeth?
and I just saw Ben's message about the tooth fairy.
Oh, when?
Yeah, I can't believe The Rock actually received your letters. As he's talking about the awesome movie, The Tooth Fairy,
Oh yeah.
starring The Rock, as he was on a string of sports-themed movies, as he had just done The Game Plan, and then he got The Tooth Fairy, where he was a hockey guy, and
Yeah. It's great stuff.
yeah, didn't that turn into like Larry the Cable Guy doing the Tooth Fairy movies?
I have no idea. I think I've only seen the Tooth Fairy once.
Yeah, I only watched
I was
the
more
first
of
one. I
the
never watched
Game
any of
Plan.
the other ones. Yeah, I didn't watch. That was like, we were a little too old to get super into that one. Um,
Yeah, that's some great stuff though. I think The Rock would um is definitely my favorite adaptation of the Tooth Fairy I've seen.
Absolutely.
Some great
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, Tooth Fairy 2. Larry the Cable Guy stars
Wow.
as
Yeah,
the
I
Tooth
missed
Fairy.
that one.
I've never seen it, but yeah, that is a thing. Super funny stuff. Definitely a interesting, add to the Tooth Fairy lore, that's for sure. As you add a little Larry the Cable Guy to it. That seems very interesting for sure.
Oh yeah, I definitely seem to have missed out on that one. Did you guys watch that all together, or was that just a random one you came across?
Nope. Again, I never watched
Oh, never mind. I'm sorry.
it. Yeah, but I do. The original one I very much enjoyed. But the second one, yeah, definitely was a little too old. The other one was 2010 too, and so I was already on the brink of like not watching those movies
Yeah.
anymore, anyways. But it was a fun little one, and Dwayne the Rock Johnson at that time was still a very fun actor.
We have video over at Municipal Liquor Store Akeley taking away $10. Nicely done to video on that Musco line prize. Yeah. Ben, I'm just as confused as you. I can't believe that not only do we not wake up when the tooth fairy reaches under our hand or under our pillows, but it's someone with his hands as large as the rocks.
Well, did you not watch the movie? He can shrink. Exactly. He's not as large as The Rock generally is, and so he's kind of giving you an optical illusion,
Yeah.
making you
It's like
think
jumbo shrimp.
just like jumbo shrimp. But Tooth Fairy is a fun one. I think that it makes for a lot of people are really funny with it. I've seen a few funny like YouTube videos and stuff like that of like kids like setting up a camera and being like, I'm gonna figure out where the Tooth Fairy is, like what's coming in. I'm gonna catch the Tooth Fairy or whatever it is, and I always find it so funny. Or if it's Santa Claus or any of those different ones, and I think it's absolutely hilarious. And but the Tooth Fairy causes for the most hilarious ones, as I saw one where it was a kid. He changed it up, messed with it to try and catch his parents as the people who had the Tooth Fairy. But then the dad ended up moving it around enough to like then act like he was like, I don't know what happened, like, and it all in the son very much.
Played into the favor of the tooth fairy.
Yeah, we got Bubbles over at Carboni's taking home $25 on the Musco, as well as Flip over at the Rivers Bend Bar and Grill taking home $16 on the large frame. Good job to all of our winners in this game number 7 of Skull Bingo. We'll now be getting enrolled into a game number 8. But
But what did the dad do?
But the dad changed it up enough that the son was so shocked that he completely was, even at the age where, most kids start, completely are like, no way, it's real.
Yeah.
He was like, it's real. It totally is. He came back and he like saw like in his son's like journal that he had that it was like a big like thing about the tooth fairy is real and I can't and like I don't know how to explain it.
To discover his findings.
And it was just it was a super funny journal entry of him being
so
just
funny.
shocked that the tooth fairy was real, and it definitely cracked me up. So definitely enjoy a little tooth fairy on today.
Make sure you brush your teeth.
Yeah, and watch Dwayne the Rock Johnson as he stars in the movie The Tooth Fairy.
Absolutely. Couldn't gauge a better way to spend today celebrating the Tooth Fairy Day. Next up, we have National Be an Angel Day. And on August 22nd, National Be an Angel Day encourages good deeds and kindness to others. By supporting those in need and inspiring others to kindness, we display an act of an angel here on earth.
Oh, absolutely. There's a lot of easy ways to be kind to people. Some of those easy ways to be kind is like call a friend that you haven't spoken to for a while. That's always a great way to boost, a friend's day.
Absolutely. Another one is by sending a letter to a loved one or grandparent.
Absolutely. Send flowers to a friend.
Absolutely, I'm sure that'll cheer them up or brighten their day in any way. Offer to pick up some groceries for your elderly neighbor.
Absolutely. Send someone a handwritten note.
Aw, you can even offer to babysit for a friend and help them out.
Absolutely. You just helped babysit for a friend this past weekend, watching over two little cute girls that were just running around, and they absolutely love you.
I love them.
But it was super funny. You sent me a bunch of different snaps of them just running around having a blast.
Oh, it was so good.
Did you guys play in a kiddie pool?
No, we played in the sprinkler though.
Oh, I mean, honestly, that's better, I think. I find it.
Yeah, but the youngest, the baby that was born on my birthday, she does not like water.
She doesn't.
So her and I sat cuddling while we watched her older sister play in the
She
sprinkler.
looks like she wouldn't like water.
No, she did not.
That's very funny. Well, next up, help your family members how much. Tell your family members how much you love and appreciate them.
You can help your parents with some household chores that they need help with.
Walk your friend's dog.
Help a friend get active.
Ooh, make someone laugh.
We do have Ranger at the Grillium Forest Lake getting to take home $11 on that line prize. Nicely done to Ranger.
Yeah, offer to cook for a friend or a family member.
Absolutely. Maybe make a cup of tea for a friend or a family member.
Ooh, I know. Sometimes it's super easy to make like a cup of coffee for somebody. Help with a household chore at home or for a friend.
Absolutely. Host an informal get-together, invite your neighbors, and maybe get to know each other a little bit better.
That's an awesome idea. Tell someone you know that you are proud of them.
Or tell someone why you're thankful for them.
Yeah, definitely. Send a motivational text to a friend who is struggling.
That is definitely a great way to help cheer somebody up. Send someone a picture of a cute animal. My dad does that to me at least twice a week.
Does he? I sent you some pictures of some cute animals this morning,
Yes,
actually.
you did.
Of it was some baby penguins and some baby otters.
Yeah.
And they were both adorable. Next up, a joke to cheer them up. Maybe send a joke to cheer them up.
Maybe an inspirational quote or message that you've recently seen that makes you think of someone.
Put a surprise note or drawing on someone's desk.
Contact someone you haven't seen in a while and arrange a way to meet them face to face.
Absolutely. I know with life, people get far away from each other. Being able to, arrange those meetups is always a great time. Engage in conversation with a shop assistant when paying at the till.
Absolutely. We do a Fast Eddie at Elks Lodge, Owatonna, getting to take away that $18 prize. Nicely done to Fast Eddie.
Yeah, also spend time with your pet.
Absolutely, that's a great one.
Yeah, be nice that way.
We do have our winner as Kitty over at the Grillium Forest Lake gets to take away that Musco Coverall prize, $27. Getting sent out to Kitty. Nicely done to our winners in this game number 8. We're about to get enrolled in our 9th round of Skull Bingo. Make sure you guys continue to get enrolled.
Oh yeah, definitely. Get enrolled for a game number, was it game number
9.
9?
Yeah.
Yeah, already game number 9 with those prizes growing.
Yeah, absolutely. But we were talking about different ways that you can be an angel on earth and help cheer people up. Say good morning to those around you. You could even take some time and donate to a charity shop and spend some time talking to the people there as well. You can offer to pick up or help out a local friend or family member if they need it from work. Even just lending your ear is a simple way to help cheer somebody up.
Oh yeah, it's definitely there's a lot of really easy ways to cheer people up. Give a seat to an elderly disabled person, for the disabled or pregnant person on the bus, on the subway, on wherever you're at.
Mm-hmm.
Those are always good things to follow.
Absolutely. Hoping or holding the door open for someone behind you.
Yeah, let someone jump the queue at the supermarket.
Absolutely. Take a minute to help someone who seems lost.
Help a mother carry her chair down the stairs or hold the door for her as she walks through.
Mm-hmm. Let a fellow driver merge into your lane without causing a big deal about it.
Oh, absolutely. There's so many times where if people just did that, we wouldn't end up with a bunch of traffic jams and stuff like
Yeah.
that. People try and, they're like, no way, I'll let them pass me. And if you just, let them pass you and, everything went smoothly,
You're
there'd
still
be a,
gonna get to your destination.
there'd be a lot less issues for everybody else. Pick up some trash lying around in the street.
Yeah, that's a good one to do every day if you can. Return a lost item to its owner if you've seen someone drop maybe a dollar bill or whatever it may be out of their pockets, doing the right thing and giving it back to them.
Absolutely, and just smile at people while you're saying hello, speaking, even if you've never spoken them before in your life.
Absolutely, maybe pay it forward today. If you buy a coffee, get the person behind you and see if you can start a chain reaction. That's always a great morning when someone does that. We are officially in this next round, though, a game number 9. We'll have to see who's going to take away these great prizes.
Oh, absolutely. And as we get after these nice prizes, we are going to get after this next National Day. Before I talk about the next National Day, we do have a jackpot winner.
Ranger at the Grillium gets to take home $256. Nicely done to Ranger.
Oh, yeah. But our next National Day is World Plant Day. This one is definitely
Plant Milk Day.
Plant Milk Day, yeah. This one's definitely growing in popularity and encourages people to consume milk derived from plants. It is also a day to learn more about the nutritional value of plant milk.
Absolutely. That's some great stuff. I know we are a plant milk household. You see more and more people every day doing the switch from dairy milk to plant based milk. And so this is definitely a great one as they have a full national day now for themselves. Let's take a peek and see what are some of the nutritional values for
Yeah, it's a good source of
plant milk.
protein, calcium, and iron. It's lower in calories and fat than dairy milk, which is super great. There's a variety of plant milks that are lactose free and vegan, which is a huge add to people with gut health issues. And many plant milks contain fiber not found in cow's milk, according to Kaigeli,
Mm-hmm.
farmers and artisans market.
Yeah, absolutely. That's some great stuff. Traditionally, most plant-based milks have 37 to 75% less fat than traditional cow milk. Many varieties of non-dairy milk include almond, rice, coconut, hemp, or even cashew. They are lower in calories than dairy milk as well.
Oh, absolutely. Should be a lot of fun as we get on, as we keep on getting after it in this game, but just keep on talking about the great plant milk. I know that the most drank plant milk that I have is almond milk, but I do like myself a little bit of oat milk as well, especially when you mix it with my coffee. I think that oat milk pairs well with
I
that as it
agree.
is a little bit thicker than
It's a
your
little
average.
creamier,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. Very, very true.
We have Juan 29-4 at the Wildwood Sports Saloon in Grill Byron, getting to take away $23 on the Musco large frame, as Fast Eddie at Elks Lodge Owatonna takes away $35 on the Musco coverall prize. Nicely done to all of our winners in this round number 9. Make sure you guys continue to get enrolled next time in round number 10.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, keep on getting enrolled and press and play. Um,
If you guys didn't know, soy milk is the best for you plant based milk. It's got the most balanced nutritional profile. Rice milk tends to be a little bit sweeter in taste, but it has less nutrition. Uh, Coconut milk has no protein, while it has one of the fewest number of calories in one of these milks, and most of them are from fat, though.
yeah, I have heard coconut milk is closer to almost a water.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it is. And almond milk is you will still need a for I'm sorry.
There's a need for a contemporary source of food and
Complementary sources of food to
yeah.
provide essential nutrients. So,
Ah,
almond milk doesn't give you the nutrients you necessarily need if you're looking for the ones that come in traditional milk, but it is still a good alternative if you cannot consume traditional dairy.
for sure. That's for sure. Um, uh, when drinking or cooking with plant-based milk, not all are created equal.
Mhm.
Keep in mind how you use and consume cow's milk when thinking about which plant-based alternative might be best for you. Unfortunately, when it comes to alternatives, isn't a catch-all that works across the board for cooking. For example, soy milk is overall best used in savory cuisine. Almond is great for baking dishes. Oat milk shines best in cereals and coffee, and cashew milk is great for thickening smoothies or as a substitute for cow's milk in desserts.
Yeah, couldn't have said it better myself.
Wow, yeah, this actually very well described how all these work in their different respective dishes.
Absolutely, that is the best way you can put it. I've seen depicted anywhere. That's pretty much everything you need to know about what oats or what
Plant-based
milks.
milk you wanted to have.
Yeah.
Yeah, soy milk. I'll go over it one more time for anybody who wants to know. Soy milk is used for savory cuisine. Almond is for baking dishes. Oat is for cereal and coffee. Cashew is great for thickening smoothies and as a substitute for cow's milk in desserts.
That's some great stuff. That we are officially in this round number 10. We have $82 on that line prize, and we have 4,700 on the large frame.
We do have a line prize winner, Troy, over at Barden's on Main, taking home $13 on that line. Good job to Troy as we now work on the $4,000 large frame prize.
Absolutely, and we have officially over $22,000 on that jackpot coverall as well. That's some great stuff. We'll have to see who's going to take home these great prizes in this game.
Oh, yeah. When shopping for plant based milk, read your labels. When thinking about switching to plant based milk, remember to read your labels to ensure you're getting enough nutrients. Find milk alternatives and contain good amounts of protein, vitamin D, iron, and calcium. Very, very true. As not all milks are the same. We talked about that just a little second ago. As it seemed like almond milk was the closest that you'll get to the traditional milk. It was saying, right?
Mm, soy.
Soy milk was the closest?
Yeah.
Ah, cool. So DIY plant-based milk is easy to make, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know this. You could stay away from store-bought variety altogether. Making plant-based milk is incredibly easy. Typically, it only requires water, a blender, a cheesecloth, and a little patience. And whichever plant-based ingredient you're using, nuts, oats, coconut, soybean, etc. Did you know oat milk contains beta
Keratins. Oh,
carotene,
no.
beta glucan, which can help lower cholesterol and blood sugar levels.
Absolutely. There it is. We have Easy over at the B&L Bar Gang to take away $22 on that Musco large frame. Nicely done to Easy. Now we have $33 on the Musco coverall prize.
Oh yeah, and a few more little fun facts as we end up this game. Almond milk contains less than a quarter of the calories compared to cow's milk. Uh, Cashew milk is generally low in calories, carbohydrates, and sugar. Creamy, delicious, and recipe doesn't require
Straining.
straining, and is super quick.
Absolutely. We do have Bubbles over at Carboni's getting to take away that Musco prize. $33 going out to you in this round number 10. We're about to get enrolled in our round number 11 now. Make sure you guys continue to get enrolled.
Well, happy World Plant Milk Day. Enjoy a little plant milk on today, however you can enjoy it.
Absolutely. And what would you say is your favorite plant-based milk?
Ooh, I am not 100% sure. I would I'm gonna go with almond as that's probably the one I have the most of. It's just the
Mhm.
easiest. I know every time that's gonna be pretty good. But there are a lot of times as I probably the most times I'm going to use milk is probably for cereal or for a coffee like
Mhm.
beverage, and that was what was just suggested for me was oat milk, and that's what seems to pair the best whenever I do use it. So
I completely agree.
I'll probably start trying to find myself a better brand of oat milk to pair with my cereal and coffee.
I couldn't agree more. I would really like to explore cashew milk a lot.
Mm.
For as it stands, I'll say that almond milk is my favorite, though. I use it definitely the most versatile spread across the board.
It's the one I'm most comfortable with too, is that's the one that my mom got when I was like super
Yeah,
young and
it's the
like
most cost effective as well if you're going plant based.
yeah, exactly. That you can always find almond milk very easily on the shelves.
Mhm.
But as we now
Yeah.
just have 30 seconds to get enrolled into a game number 11 of Skull Bingo, we got $26,948 of total prizes. We do have another great day to get into, as it's also Never Been Better Day. If you're waiting for a Never Been Better Day, to enjoy the unconditional love of your canine companion, August 22nd is the day. Just like our ever joyful pets, the day casts away the worries and spreads enthusiasm for life.
Absolutely.
Celebrate your little beans.
As a great one. Yeah, I mean, we all like to celebrate our beans one way or another, but this is a great day to have a national day to set aside the enjoyment and celebration of your pets, whether it be dogs or really just any pets in general. Today is the day to celebrate them.
Yeah, I've just recently been getting a trend on my social media of people taping or like, taking hair ties or like
Yes,
what's
a
it
headband.
headbands to take and put phones on their chins, and then they grab their animals and start spitting them in a circle to a specific song, and it's quite funny and I very much enjoyed it.
Oh, it's phenomenal.
Yeah, I've shown you many of the videos that
hmm Since
come
then,
up.
I've gotten a couple on my page now as well. It's
Good.
great.
It's a great time. Some of the dogs are really funny. Cats are surprisingly not nearly as funny.
No.
We do have a winner here as we got Barry K over the Holiday Inn 2, taking home $13 on the line prize.
Yeah, I feel like cats are kind of like when you go and annoy your mom, and your mom just kind of sits there and takes it, and you're like, well, that wasn't as fun. And then
Yeah.
dogs are like the ones that are like, oh my goodness, you
What are you
know?
doing?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Gives you the
exactly.
reaction you want.
It's so funny. It's
Yeah.
such a great. Just such great videos.
Mhm.
But animals are just great. Enjoying the life of animals is awesome as well. I guess I'll shout out my animals again on today.
Mhm.
As shout out Ollie, shout out Mike, shout out Angus, shout out Max, shout out Stella, shout out Kat, shout out to Guapo, shout out to
Maggie and Molly.
Maggie and Molly.
Shout out Libby.
Shout out Libby. Yeah,
Winnie's no longer part of the fam.
yeah, no, no,
So
no.
that's it.
Yep, that's the shout outs.
Oh, and we've got Mizo and Rocco.
Mizo and Rocco.
Yeah, cousins cats.
Yes,
Bam Bam's animals.
absolutely. Don't remember. I've met them one time, so
Mhm.
shout out to those animals as well. But animals are super great. I've always been a huge animal person. Um, do you have like an animal that's made the biggest impact on you?
Mike.
Mike.
Yeah.
Really, the biggest impact on you?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a good cat.
I always loved animals, so none of my dogs made that big of an impact
Uh
on me.
huh.
I loved all of them so much.
Uh huh.
So it wasn't like anything out of the ordinary. It was just like me loving my animals as a young gal. But it wasn't until we lived with your family cat Mike that I really changed the way I looked at cats, and my love for animals changed.
Which is funny because you lived with two cats before that.
Hmm.
We do have a winner here as we have Fast Eddie over at Elks Lodge, Owatonna, taking home $21, along with a $32 Musco coverall. Go out to PAAF over at American Legion Rice. Good job to all of our winners in this game number 11 of Skull Bingo. We'll now be getting enrolled into a game number 12 with those prizes continuing to grow and roll into this upcoming game. But yeah, Mike was an awesome cat. He definitely changes a lot of people's opinions on whether they're cat people or not.
The cats I lived with prior were not my animals, and they were fresh kittens that needed to be trained, and I was not allowed to be in a position to help train them. And so I kind of just like had to sit back and like have these cats in my life that I didn't know how to react to
Mm-hmm.
and who didn't know how to react to me. And
Yeah,
so it wasn't until Mike that I really.
you were like, oh, I like cats.
Yeah.
They're not actually just annoyances.
Yeah, it was it yeah.
Well, happy.
That's a harsh way to put it, but yeah.
Yeah, I get that though. You know, sometimes you hang around certain cats
Yeah.
and they're just not fun.
Mhm.
Just not fun. But that's the same thing with dogs. Some dogs are just not fun. But
Yeah. I
uh,
feel it's fewer.
huh?
Fewer.
Fewer.
Mhm.
Yeah, maybe that. No, I would just say that there's more cats that just don't want to deal with you,
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Mhm.
You know, there's probably just more dogs that like you,
Mhm.
but there's the same amount of that are just absolute menaces.
Mhm.
But moving on from Never Been Better Day, enjoy your great animals on today, in particular your canine. Next up, we got National Pecan Tart Day.
Tort.
National Pecan Tort Day recognizes a delicious pecan treat. August 22nd. Uh, uh, of the national pecan recipe, the tort delivers a decadent dessert that is also versatile.
Absolutely. In a large bowl, combine pecans with salt, whisk in some honey, eggs, and vanilla. Pour the batter into a greased 8-inch platform spring pan and bake it for 25 to 30 minutes. That is just one very simple way that you guys can use the pecan tort rendition on today to make at home. There are some very easy ways to do it. There's even ones where people incorporate chocolate, even cream into their pecan pies or pecan torts, I should say. Some even have pumpkin or butterscotch.
Aha, cool, cool stuff. We do have a line prize going out to Bucky over at the Handlebar. Ooh, $236 going out to Bucky in this great line prize in game 12. Now working on a $4,828 large frame prize.
Absolutely, but we were talking about the pecan tort, and if you guys didn't know, some of the pecan torts that are used when they are putting in the eggs into the mixture, they typically whip those egg whites and give them those peaks, those stiff peaks like a meringue before incorporating it into the tort for a more airy texture.
Ah, very, very cool. Pecan torts are particularly common in southern regions of the U.S., in part because pecans are the state tree of Texas, commonly known as the Lone Star State.
That's true. If you guys didn't know, there's over 1,000 varieties of pecans out there.
Ooh, little pecan facts right
Yeah,
there.
yeah. Some of the larger pecan shellers process up to 150,000 pounds of pecans each day. That's enough to make 300,000 pecan pies a day.
Ooh, yeah, torts are commonly baked in a spring form pan. To confuse things a little, tort actually means cake in German and Hungarian.
Yes, if you guys didn't know, it was actually French, or the French people who settled in Louisiana, who made the first pecan pies and pecan torts.
The largest pecan pie weighed in at 41,586 pounds and was measured at 50 feet in diameter.
Very cool. We do a video over at Municipal Liquor Store Akeley getting to take away $26 on that Musco large frame. We now work towards this $39 Musco coverall prize. We'll have to see who's able to take it away. If you guys didn't know, pecans were not actually commercially grown until 1880s as they were considered a foraged delicacy by colonists.
Really? That's
Hmm.
very interesting. Yeah, See, it's a rich, usually multi-layered cake and filled with whipped cream, buttercream, mousse, jam, and fruit. We do have some winners here, though, as Barry K over at the Holiday Inn 2 is taking home $39 on the Musco coverall. Good job to each and every one of our winners in this game number 12. We're now getting enrolled into a game number 13 with those jackpots and Muscos just continuing to grow into this upcoming game.
Absolutely. If you guys didn't know, the name pecan actually originated with the Native American word of the Algonquin origin that was used to describe all nuts requiring a stone to crack. The Algonquins were a North American tribe located on the Ottawa and St. Lawrence rivers, and where pecans were a food staple during the winter months.
Oh, cool stuff. We do have just 1 minute and 10 seconds to get enrolled into this next game. I have run out of fun facts about the pecan tort. Do you have any more that you'd like to talk about it?
Not at all, but you guys can be out there celebrating today. Maybe make yourself a pecan tort, as it is not that many ingredients needed to make such a delicious little delicacy. If not, see if you can get something with amaretto. I know that is an almond flavored liqueur, but it's a great way to show your support and celebrate this day as any way you can.
Absolutely. We
Yeah.
do have a bit of Twins news we can get into as they're 65 and 60 on the season. And Dallas Cool carried a perfect game into the seventh inning before allowing a double to Pittsburgh's Brian Reynolds, and Edward Julian drove in a pair of runs for the Minnesota Twins in a 2-0 win against the Pirates on Sunday. Just a awesome win for our Twins as we keep on trying to push on up in our standings.
Absolutely. We'll have to see what happens as we do have a game coming up today. It is happening in just about 2 hours for you guys. It is at 7:10 p.m. for you.
Yeah, it should be some great stuff against those Milwaukee Brewers. The Brewers are having a pretty good season for themselves, 68 and 65. We'll be playing two games against them. One game today at 7:10, and one game tomorrow at 1:10. Should be some interesting stuff for us. We're hoping to get a win in these two games, as that could definitely affect our power rankings, as I'm pretty sure the Brewers are higher than us in the MLB power rankings.
Really? Are they?
Yes,
Well,
I would guess so, as they have a better record than
yeah.
us. And they've ranked our Twins team pretty low on these power rankings. But let's see where
Yeah, we'll take a peek.
CBS has us at, as they have the Brewers sitting at the number 9 spot, as they've moved up one spot from 10. They have us, the Twins, moving up from the 14th spot to the 13th spot as of last week, but still behind the Brewers, as we'll get a shot this week to pass them up with a doubleheader.
Well, Dilly over at Shooter's Saloon and Eatery is getting to take home $15 on that Musco line prize. Nicely done to Dilly. Now we are working towards that coverall jackpot and large frame. We'll have to see who's going to take it home, as Rude Dog is 6 balls away.
Oh yeah, but if you guys want to play a different Minnesota-themed, Twins-themed E-Tab game, play the E-Tab Twins Win. You guys can check out the Home Run Derby bonus round to see if you can take home some Grand Slam prizes. It's definitely a great time. Now, out of all your family, your dad, your mom, your brother, who are you picking in your Home Run Derby bonus round?
Myself.
You're picking yourself in the Home Run Derby. You got your most faith in yourself being able to do it.
Absolutely.
That's good. That's
Yeah.
good. I'm taking your dad. Actually, no, I can only take that back. I thought about it, because I have faith in,
Maybe 20
past
years
him.
ago, yeah.
I have faith in
He was
past.
very athletic for a large chunk of his life.
Yes.
Now,
Exactly. I might have to take that back.
that's why I picked myself. I'm
Honestly, I
definitely
just
my
choose
own bet.
Lisa just to see her go up to bat.
She
It would be so fun.
hysterical.
It would be so fun. She would be a absolute
Who are
slugger.
you picking out of your family? I already have my pick.
Ooh, probably Gabe.
Sophie.
Gabe played the most baseball out of all of us
I'm
growing
picking
up.
your sister.
My dad actually played the most baseball growing up, but I think Gabe, is the most current baseball player of all of us. Yeah, I would give it to him. Plus, he's a collegiate athlete right now,
Mm-hmm.
still playing collegiate football. So yeah, I'll give it to him. He's the home run
Right
derby.
on.
We do have a winner here, as we got Spicy Chip as well over at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards, and Mr. Shippy over at
Or Mrs. Hippie.
yes. Yeah, Mrs. Hippie over at Holding for Municipal Liquor Stores, taking home $36 on that coverall. Good job to all of our winners in this game. But I also forgot that Ben played baseball in high school, so I might have to go switch over to Ben. I don't know. There's no way I'm picking
No,
myself
there's
for
no
this
way.
home run derby bonus round, as I'm probably the worst going up to the plate.
I
Um,
don't know.
which I don't
You're
mind.
probably better than Zen Dog.
Oh, I forgot that my parents were in the argument, but that's no. Zendi is probably the best of us. Okay, that's I just like to assume.
Yes, obviously.
We got 1 minute and 15 seconds to get enrolled. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with my answer.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'll do.
All
That's what
right.
I'll do. We do
Well,
have a little bit of game day bingo standings
that's
we need
right.
to get into, as we have 1 minute to get enrolled in this game. We got an entire top 10 of these game day bingo player standings, as there is a bunch of ties in these ones.
There's a lot.
Should be a lot of shakeups heading into tomorrow, as we've already seen a few players get some points to create some shakeups within these standings.
Absolutely. Make sure you guys come out tomorrow to see what happened to where everybody stands. Because currently we have a crazy tie in 8th place. It's between Randall at Clive's Roadhouse, Burnsville, TC Bear at the Orr House, and Danny at the Huntin' Shack Bar and Grill, all three with 25,000 points. Now there's a tie in 6th place. It's between Why Not Me at Beatles Bar and Grill and Mad Dog at Egan's Arms Public House, as they both sit with 29,000 points. Now we jumped into another one, as you guessed it, it's another tie. It's between Mikey Mike at Old Piper in Blaine, Player over at the Boulevard Tavern, as well as Mike at the Sherwood Lounge. All three in 3rd place, all with 32,000 points. 2nd place is our first player not in a tie. 2nd is Rock Rider at the Incline Station Bowling Center, currently sitting with 40,000 points. While in 1st place, we have Call Me Jen at JR Mac, currently sitting with 70,000 points.
Good job to those great players killing it in those bingo game. It's definitely been a lot of fun seeing players earn all those points in those game day bingo standings. But on the location side of these standings, in 10th place, previously in 9th yesterday, we have the Incline Station Bowling Center, as the Station Bowling Center has 46,000 points. They got pushed out of a tie with the Eagles Elk River, who now sits with 47,000 points and sole possession of 9th place. In 8th place, we have Joe and Stans with 48,000 points. Before I get into the 50,000 point club, though, we do have a winner on that line prize.
Capped over at Lookout Bar and Grill is going to take away $13. Nicely done, CPT. Now we're working towards this almost $5,000 large frame. We'll have to see if anyone is able to take it home.
Yeah, definitely awesome stuff there. As we now work on that prize, I'm going to hop into the 50,000 point club. 7th place is the Old Piper Inn in Blaine with 53,000 points. With 57,000 points in 6th place, previously in 5th, we have Boulevard Tavern. Moving up from 6th into 5th, we have Shady's Railside with 61,000 points. 4th place is Leo's Bar Newmarket with 72,000 points. With 78,000 points in 3rd place, we have JR Mac. 2nd place is Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards with 102,000 points. And with 105,000 points in 1st place, we have VFW Spring Lake Park, leading the charge in these game day bingo standings.
Absolutely nicely done to VFW Spring Lake Park and the rest of those players and locations. Make sure you guys are coming out each and every day to try your hand, no matter the time of the game day bingo that you guys are playing. There is still a lot of cash to be awarded and some great points to come your way, as it is still very early in this season 14. We have $21 on that Musco large frame prize going out to Ranger at the Grillium Forest Lake. Nicely done to Ranger getting to take away that great Musco prize. We are now working towards this $32 Musco coverall jackpot prize. We've got Buck E and Ranger one ball away, and there it is. Buck E over at the handlebar gets to take it away. Nicely done taking home that $32 Musco coverall. This has been round number 14. We're about to get enrolled in round number 15 now. All three jackpots just continuing to grow. Make sure you guys get enrolled in the next 2.5 minutes.
Oh yeah, something super exciting about getting enrolled is that we get to show off a player picture when we are getting enrolled. And we actually just got a player picture. This is about as, fast we can get a player picture up here is. And it's Doobop out here sent in a player picture so quickly. They took home that nice jackpot prize of $1,053. You could see the smile on their faces as they took that one home. Awesome stuff. We're so glad you sent in that player picture, and now we get to show you off on our stream.
Yes, we love showcasing all those different player pictures you send our way. You can see all those great ones right next to us, as well as the hashtag that you guys can use when posting any of those great player pictures. Make sure you guys snap those player pictures, whether you're taking home a great jackpot, holding up your favorite e-tab game, or really just having fun with your friends. You can send those great player pictures to us on any of your social medias with the hashtag PilotGames. On any of you can post them onto our Facebook page, or you can email them directly to us at jackpots@pilotgames.com.
Yeah, and good job to Doobops sending that in so quickly so that we could show it off. Was super cool that we were able to get that with such a quick turnaround. Speaking of a quick turnaround, it feels like we just released this game recently, and we already got a new game coming out. But a game that I still would love to highlight is Space Sweeper. Get ready to defend your planet against extraterrestrial invasion while winning cash prizes up to